La maudite des vieux chauds.
I have seen the dark shadows moving in the woods, and I have no doubt that whatever I have resurrected through this book is sure to come calling for me.
David, you look absolutely terrific, honestly. You've got like glue on.
This is where the worst begins. This is where we must stop. For beyond is the work of madness. The nightmare of insane murder and lingering death. Get inside and lock your doors. Close your windows.
Someone is watching you. Someone is waiting for you. Someone wants to scare you to death.
This is Albert from the Tuesday Show. You're listening to the goddamn Dave Hill Show, now on a flipping Monday.
No, you're an angel witch.
Hey, Dave.
See how I did that?
That was good.
Hey, Des. Would you like? Hello, Chris.
Chris, hello.
I was just ripping solos along to Angel Witch.
I was air drumming.
I don't have it plugged in. Which do you guys think is sexier? This lighting with a greasy face enhancement, or this lighting, not as greasy face, but still unpleasant to look at? If you had to say.
I say option B.
This one.
Yeah.
With the just the global, yeah, it's a little harsh, less harsh. Maybe I should get one of those powdery things. I don't like these headphones because they compromise my locks.
What about like a softening filter for your camera? You know, give it that like 70s leading lady kind of vibe.
I would like to see that.
Sure.
I would like to see it.
Why not?
Anyway, yeah. The thing is, like, with this look, I'm not really this greasy. The problem is, like, I have a light shining just directly in my face with this look.
Right.
Yeah.
And it really enhances how disgusting I truly am. This is a little... Anyway, enough about me. How is everyone doing out there in radio, video, whatever this is, land, podcast, land?
Here we are.
We're gonna start releasing these as podcasts too. Wait, the Greasy Strangler. Dave Bamundo just said the Greasy Strangler. I was literally just watching the Greasy Strangler before I came up here to do the show. Have you guys seen the Greasy Strangler yet? You've seen it, James.
Yes.
You told me
of
about
course.
this.
On your recommendation, I watched it. Yeah. How many times have you seen this movie now? Sounds like a frequent thing.
Maybe 5 times I've seen it.
Wow.
And then E-Rock Hellhammer, who I don't know if he's in the room here tonight or not, but he let me know that there's a new movie out called... It came out 2 years ago, it turns out. This is how on it I am. But the makers of The Greasy Strangler, the writer-director Jim Hosking, made another movie called An Evening with Beverly Loughlin, starring Aubrey Plaza, Jermaine Clement.
Matt Berry?
Matt Berry is in it. It's not...
I
enjoyed it because it was just... I like Jim Hosking, but it wasn't on the level of The Greasy Strangler. But it was... I still say you should watch it. I thought Aubrey Plaza was great in it.
You spoke to the star of the Greasy Strangler, right?
Yeah, Michael St. Michael called into the show thanks to my friend Erica.
That was great.
And he's in the other movie, the other movie that An Evening with Beverly Loughlin, but I didn't recognize which character he was, so I need to go back and watch it. I'm sure when I watch it again, I'll enjoy it again. We before we get off to the races, we have an amazing guest tonight. My dear friend Curtis Stigers, Jazz Cat. I think he's going to perform a couple songs too on the song, really raising the bar.
Yeah.
And as always tonight, we're raising money for a great organization. Once again, we're going to keep going with Black Visions Collective. So hit the tip jar, the virtual tip jar there, Venmo at the Dave Hill or PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com, and all the money that we raise tonight, we will donate to Black Visions Collective in the name of this show and its listeners. So there. So hit up the tip jar rigorously, aggressively. Sorry we got started a couple minutes late here. The technology was just not there. Wait, there's what's going on? I see Kim in the chat says, thanks for the reminder, I have to shut the chicken coop.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on with the chickens?
Well, they've moved outside. So at about this time of night, they kind of put themselves to bed after being out in the run and in the yard all day.
I love that about them.
And they just kind of put, so then we got to just go out there and shut the door behind them and make sure they're all squared away.
Why? Now, you have to shut the door to keep them in or to keep, like, other animals out?
The other animals should be kept out. This is the door that keeps them or gives them access to the run, where they have open screens and they can kind of move around all day. They only go into the coop at night when it's time to get a little shut eye. Really.
So during the day they scamper about and do chicken-based activities.
Chickens doing chicken things all
Clucking
day.
and such.
Jumping, pecking.
All right.
Square up. They I wouldn't say we have a chicken fighting ring going on, but they are starting to show a little bit of efforts at making some dominant moves and being the top chicken.
I like it.
They're starting to sort themselves out.
I'm excited. I like chicken activity. The number, if anyone wants to call in, 347-474-0260. That's 347-474-0260. The donations have started coming in.
Nice.
Already.
Once again, hit that tip jar. I don't know how to say hit it, like some lingo I'm making up. I don't know. But and all money will go to Black Visions Collective. Thank you, Kaya King, for your generous donation. Be like Kaya. Make a lovely donation. I'm going to put, if anyone wants to call in on the video format, they can. Oh, I like that song in the background.
George Benson.
George Benson, of course. I just put the video link if anyone wants to call in via video. They can do that too. Or call 347-474-0260. It can be any way you want it. I had some thoughts today as how to get through these however many more months we have to do this.
I feel like every day it increases exponentially more. How
many more days we have?
Yeah.
I'm writing off the year.
Oh, the year. Oh, yeah. This year's completely fucked. Here's the things that I've come up with for how to get through it. One is I thought maybe I would just drink all day, every day. That's one thing I'm thinking of doing. Just be drunk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Before you say the second thing, I say you should just go with that.
I would do that, except for the fact that I don't think physically I'm up to the task. Like, I would get too hungover. Like, I can't really do it. Like this kid, I might look, young and fresh face. I get it, but it's I can't drink like I used to, plain and simple. Like I had my buddy Joe Tate, friend of the show, of course, came out. We did some very socially distant drinking. I do like 15 feet. I don't do 6 feet. I'm like 15 feet. So he came over and I had a few drinks and woo. But so that's my one idea, is to just be drunk all the time.
Okay.
Not ruling it out. The other one is to pretend that I'm in a sexy prison. And this is the one I'm leaning towards, is just to be like, I'm a bad man and I'm in a sexy prison. And I just kind of go around, I'm just in the house and I'm sexy all day and it's maximum security and I'm...
the world has to deal with you more than you have to deal with the world, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like I'm just on my own in my sexy prison, and I'm in sort of like I'm in solitary most of the times. Sometimes I get out in the yard and I strut around, and I whip my shirt off, and I'm just like, check me out, and everyone's just like, oh man. So that's the one I'm leaning towards, the sexy prison.
It's pretty good.
So I might just go with that.
It's definitely worth the first shot.
So that's where I'm at.
What was the prison-based porn movie you were telling me about? Something about in Brazil?
Oh yeah, Bear Behind Bars?
That's it, Bear Behind Bars.
Yeah, let's see if we can't find a clip of that. I think we probably can.
Yeah. Sorry.
What's that?
No, my wife just reminded me we watched this insane movie called Brain Damage the other day. And it was about this little sort of parasite. And I just want to share what the parasite looks like, because this thing sings, it talks throughout most of the movie. And it injects like a hallucinogenic into people's brains, makes them trip out. But this is what the... How do I...
Oh, you need to share the screen. Add to the stream.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. You watched this whole movie with that guy?
Yeah.
Was it a good movie, would you say?
I loved it. I thought it was great. Same guy.
Kind of looks familiar. I might have seen this.
What's it called?
Brain Damage.
I'm in.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's on Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder showed it.
In the role of a
Seems right.
lifetime.
Yeah, it's good.
Once again, it's Bare, B-A-R-E, if you're looking to own this film. If you're looking to own this film. So, anyway, okay, so what was I going to say? Okay, let's pull up a clip. There's a movie called Hell Behind Bars.
Ooh.
That looks, the whole movie is on YouTube. It's from 1984. And as best I can tell, it's a sexy movie. Oh, Bear Behind Bars, the full movie is also... I don't know if the whole movie is...
They might be able to bring it up for pay.
Here's a scene from Bear Behind Bars.
Let me turn the music down.
Bear Behind Bars. Okay, here we go. This is a good scene from the movie. I don't think there's anything
racy,
too
untoward,
saucy in this scene. So you're sophisticated, and don't be shy about going to the tip jar. Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave@DaveHillOnline.com. All proceeds will go to Black Visions Collective. The donation's been a little slow. I understand we've been doing this every week, and it's largely most of the same listeners. So we have a call on hold.
Yeah, want to bring them up?
Let's take that. Let's take the call,
okay,
and then I'll show the scene from Bear Behind Bars. That'll give you Bear. And okay, we have another donation coming.
Elvira, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hey, it's Elvira from Minneapolis.
Elvira from Minneapolis. How's it going?
It's going very well here. We're celebrating a new Cult of the Month.
What is it?
23rd of every month, we celebrate a new belief system.
Who's now? When you say we, who is that?
Well, Cult of the Month is a mission of radical inclusion. We, much like Catholics have guilt at birth, we have membership at birth. So we believe that every member of the multiverse, both real and imagined, is already a member of Cult of the Month. So when I speak of we, it's a very inclusive we.
So, but do you know? So it's... Yeah. Oh, so... All right, continue. I'm just going to go with it.
So we're about to have our 58th Cult of the Month, which is the Wide Awakes 2020, which is inspired by the Wide Awakes of 1860, who were a group who would help escort anti-slavery candidates to their speaking places and safely to their homes, and then take that group and party until the wee hours of the morning outside of pro-slavers' houses.
Oh, like to upset them, to upset the pro-slavery people.
Trolling.
Right.
And they were such an influence. The Wide Awakes of 1860 were such an influential group that over 500,000 people were members of it. Because they carried torches as they would escort their candidates from place to place, they would wear oilcloths over their clothing, these like hoods that would protect fuel from the torch from falling onto your clothing and ruining it.
Oh,
that
okay.
became the clothing of the Wide Awakes, and it became so popular that there was the market on oilcloths was completely consumed in 1860 in support of the candidate Abraham Lincoln.
Wow. And Matt
So
Arnold
what
in the
we're
chat
trying to do
says,
is-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what we're trying to do is use this current opportunity. You know, we're just located a few blocks from Chicago and Lake Street here in Minneapolis, and a lot of people are asking, "How can I help?" So what we're trying to do is create on-ramps for people to become wide awake in this current age. And also give them an opportunity to try to find that without just asking their one black friend, because that one black friend is exhausted right now trying to explain 400 years of oppression to every single well-meaning friend, because they have other things to do right now.
Yeah.
And the other thing is to allow people the opportunity to come together outside of, you know, let's say a certain Kentucky senator's house, and let's group it up to the wee hours of the morning and let them question the deep question of who let the dogs out.
I like this. All right, I'm in.
It's a good strategy.
All right.
But now, but then next month will be a different cult?
Well, what we do is we start a new one every month, and we're a non-dogmatic belief system. We have CATMAs, which allow you to pick and choose from the different belief systems what works for you at the time, because you're going to do it anyway. You might as well do it consciously. So you find what different mindsets and perspectives works for you and use that tool set for your own personal DIY belief system.
All right, I'm in. I want to go. I want to go have a party late at night outside of Mitch McConnell's house.
Sounds like fun.
It sounds like Kentucky's going to get loud.
I hope so.
This should be a good opportunity to bring out experimental amps, you know, just jam together. I do suggest that everybody learn an instrument. So I have started to teach myself the bass guitar.
Or don't learn it. I like that. It's a good.
I was going to teach myself the electric guitar, but then I've seen Dave rock it so hard, and it would just break my heart knowing that path would be so high. So I picked bass.
All right, I mean, this is going to be fun. This is going to be good.
And I've already got a sticker on my bass that says "This machine kills fascists."
Nice.
There you go.
I like that. Man, oh man. All right. Well, I like that. We should make
real quick.
What?
You were looking for ways of getting through this.
Yes.
One of our past cults of the month, and the name of it is Proanoia.
What's that?
And it's the sneaking suspicion that everything is out to help you.
Proanoia?
As we go through this time, we have been programmed to have certain reactions to certain things. And as you get more enlightened, you start to reprogram yourself to, you know, be more present in the environment. You know, to be, the Zen master becomes one with the Tao and becomes present in the moment by having it pull him or her into the future. And what proanoia allows you to do is look around you and see all the infinite abounding help that is around you, and allows you to identify it and therefore be able to react to it when it is present for you.
How do you spell that?
Proanoia.
Proanoia. There it is.
Yeah.
Proanoia.
If you go to proanoia.com, you'll find my professional pinball shoes.
Your there's profession. There. I do see something. There it is. Proanoia.com. You can get shoes.
Yep, handmade by adults.
I love it. I'm in. Where are they made?
At Italy, in a region of Italy known as the Shoe Valley. And they're made, it's part of I've started a pawn request empire. where all my goods are available online, but only when somebody asks for them. That way we're not wasting materials, and I can also update it if I find a better way of doing things, whether it be a typo or a shoe design or a advertiser.
All right. Cool. Well, I've learned a lot on this call, and I thank you for it.
Well, I really appreciate you guys and all that you do, and I appreciate you guys being here and being present and working towards a better future.
Thank you. Well, likewise. Thank you so much.
I'll let you go and I'll harass you later.
Later.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the call.
They got like a Bruce Lee vibe to them, those shoes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Kind of nice.
The number again, if you would like to call in, is 347-474-0260, or I'm gonna put the video thing in, and if anyone wants to call via video, and I love this sexy sax.
I don't know what.
In your sexy prison.
Okay, so maybe the thing about it, I can do all these things. I can do the Wide Awakes 2020 and still do my sexy prison thing, I think. Mm-hmm. I think so.
Is there room in the ramen gang or in the sexy prison for your ramen gang? Is that
oh my God, yeah.
I've got the
absolutely.
Shirt on. I went ramen gang tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Kicking it old school.
That's love. Where did you get a white ramen gang shirt?
I got connections. I got people.
Man, oh man. We got another lovely donation. Virginia Craighead, thank you so much. Todd Mazurski. Andy Mascola said he was going to call in. I saw in the chat there. Curtis Stigers says he's having microphone trouble.
Oh no.
This is like a night of
errors.
A night of technical sexy difficulties. I've genuinely thought of that, of pretending that I'm in prison, because I thought, like, I can't be that much of a wuss, because like a lot of people spend a really long time in prison, wrongfully convicted, and they got through it. So I can get through this.
You can do this, Steve.
So I decided I'm just in a sexy prison.
Because not everybody can do that.
No, I mean, that's the thing. Not everybody can pretend they're in a sexy prison. I feel like...
Is there a sexy warden, or is that...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. We have, joining us now, the pride of Merrickville, Mr. Niels Rush. Niels.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Pure heat.
Did I hear something of a sexy something or whatever?
Can you turn the music down a little bit, Chris? Oh, wow. Look at that.
Topless.
We are getting pure beefcake.
Are you in the tub, Niels?
Do you want me to be? Because
I mean,
below the equator, it's all up for imagination.
I'll never judge.
Nah, just
man,
just relaxing. It's kind of hot here, so I got surprised with an invite up here. Hello, yeah.
Well, it's an open invite always.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I kind of was just like watching a really intriguing film with my kids.
What is that? The Greasy Strangler?
Frozen 2.
Oh, I've not seen that yet. Oh, you know what we should do? We should make good. Speaking of great films, while you're here, Nils, let's share this clip from Bear Behind Bars. Let's see what I can. Hang on one sec. This is going to be worth it, and then we can do important commentary.
What's Bear Behind Bars?
Bear Behind Bars is a 1980s Brazilian film about women in prison. I used to have it on DVD, and then my friend Keith took it. I think he still has it somewhere, but it's pretty it's flawed, but it's good. It's pretty good. Here we go. Let's see where this gets us.
I just adore raspberry pudding. Yeah, the record's quite excellent. Here, you want some? You just don't know what's good. This one's very good. I've never seen such a record before. And she's very clean, too. Ah, it's so good. So, which one of the cell blocks are you going to put her in? Well, I shall put her into our model cell with our model inmates. And eventually she will bring us a fortune. Good. Now, let me take your blood pressure. First, we'll turn on the light. Oh, isn't that wild? Now, hold still. What are you doing? Stop moving around so much. You got it in the wrong area. I got it in the wrong area. It goes around the arm. I guess I'm not ready yet to take anybody's blood pressure. You see, when I was a kid, I always dreamt I would do it one day. Oh, my raspberry pudding. I forgot. I adore raspberry pudding.
Wow.
There you go. That's a quality film. As you can see, it. I have a little story. Neil. Oh
I got a lot
boy.
of questions. What?
Sorry. Another thing started.
A lot of questions.
We have another lovely donation. Niels, you've
Yeah.
not seen Bear Behind Bars, right?
No, and I missed that one.
It's this is a true story. This was a different time in my life, but the reason I bought Bear Behind Bars was because when I was doing my Dave Hill Explosion show at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, I used to show videos during the show, and I would make I would edit. Well, my friend Keith would edit me into different movies, and I would show them. And so I did this a couple clips where he edited me into the hit movie Bear Behind Bars. And then, so the scene was like all the women were out in the yard, the prisoners, and they were getting up to no good. And so the guards come with hoses and start hosing them down. Now, this is a sexy women's prison movie, right? So they're all like, "Oh my gosh!" and they're getting all splashed and and then the prison guards are women as well, and so I dressed up as one of the female guards and was with a hose going like, and so my friend Keith edited me into it. So you could, I don't know where let's see if I can find it. No, let's not. I probably have it here on the computer somewhere, but so basically, what happened was I was doing a show at Sing Sing Correctional Facility, one of the most famous prisons in the world, and I was testing out the video before the show, thank God, and I played that video as we were testing it, and they came over, the people that worked at the prison, they're like, "What are you doing? You're not going to show that." I could tell that they were flipped out, right? They're like
you'll drive them wild.
Yeah, they're like,
fire them.
They're like, "That was really funny, but if you show this to the inmates, you can't show them sexy women." They're like, if they saw that video, we would have problems for like 2 weeks because they don't see any women or anything. So he's like, that would cause pandemonium if you were to show this. So I totally was like, "Oh no, I wasn't gonna show that at all. That was weird. I don't know." And I pretended to yell at my friend Clark, who was playing the videos, and oh my gosh, they were not happy. But anyway, thank God that I didn't. Anyway, Niels, what is going on?
He's gone into town.
Well, I'm just walking around outside.
Sky looks purple over
You're
there.
just outside, just being free with your body.
Wow.
Dude, it's summertime. Everyone's like
That's they do in the north.
looking in the neighbor's window right now. I'm hoping it's
Jill Fitterling just outright says, "Niels, show us your junk." That's there's no.
They'll cut our stream if he does that.
Yeah.
That's on the
No
rules.
mainstream stream will.
Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, that should get some. How about the more donations that come in the next couple minutes? And we got to get Curtis Stigers on here in a sec. But let's give it 2 minutes. The more donations that come in, go to the tip jar, virtual tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com, and all proceeds will go to Black Visions Collective. In the next 2 minutes, if we get $50, let's say, Niels will go full nude. If I can speak, okay, not full nude, but just down to the belly button. Will you agree to that, Niels?
You don't want to see it.
No,
my stomach is the battlefield. You do not want to see it.
No, we do want to see it. All right.
The fans are asking for it.
People, well, they are and they're not. Thank you to Jill Fitterling for a lovely donation.
Did she donate $50?
Thank you to Caleb Folk.
Yeah.
We need some more donations to come in to get more skin. But this is, I think I speak for everyone watching and or listening right now, Niels, when I think this prison just got sexier.
Yep.
The sexy prisoner. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brendan
I guess I
O'Dwyer.
feel better behind bars.
I think the whole Bear Behind Bars movie is on YouTube, so, you tell me.
I won't pursue.
Niels, I'm gonna get Curtis on. He's waiting in the on deck circle. But
Yeah, I'll go find some more clothes and.
Don't put on more clothes. This is pure.
Less.
Pure.
Mosquitoes. Look at the blood and the mosquitoes.
Oh, good lord.
Ooh.
Yeah,
This is.
But
Oh my God, is he okay?
I think the mosquito took him down.
Maybe that's pure maple syrup.
was that his way of getting out of showing more skin?
I think so. All right.
So,
I think we're ready. I see him in the on deck circle. From Boise, Idaho, my dear friend and known jazz cat. Known jazz cat.
that's in his bio?
I added it to the bio.
Okay.
His bio that exists entirely in my mind. Mr. Curtis Stigers. Curtis.
Oh,
Look at that.
Whoa.
Hi, Dave. Can
Wow.
you hear me? I was having some microphone trouble. Can you hear me all right? Or is it too loud or is it not loud
No,
enough?
that's perfect.
Let me take this off. So,
Oh, man.
thank you. Thank you. I wanted to start with a physical joke because I'm really not good at jokes. So
No,
I
that was-
at least I had that. Thank you.
That was strong.
Oh, hey, let me get in the sun here. It's the lighting. It's not good right now because anyway. Hi.
Well, you look great. Where did you get that mask? I want to get a mask like that.
I'll send you some.
That would be fun.
Actually, I bought one and 3 came. I
really?
I ordered it on the Amazons. Is this? I was having trouble with the mic. That's why I'm a little bit late. Does it sound the way you'd like me to sound, David?
It sounds great.
Perfect. Wow.
What is that? The X1000?
That's the no. It's the Z 2006 from the B series.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they recalled that one.
Is that Mr. Gersbeck?
Yes, Chris Gersbeck.
It's our first time face to face.
Tweeted to each other quite a bit.
Yes, I'm a fan. Of course, I'm a fan from the other podcast, whatever the incident podcast thing.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
And-
I'm kind of a stan. I hate that term.
What
but I
does
am.
that mean? I feel so old. I don't know what that
Really?
means.
It's from the Eminem
Specific-
song.
Specifically, that guy's name was Stan in that song, and he was such a fan that he ended up just killing his wife or his girlfriend just for Eminem.
But what are K-pop stands?
They've adopted that name as their title. Sort of these are the kids that are that hardcore into that scene, that particular person.
Nice.
Like
I
Curtis
think
said,
he-
he's a Dave Hill stan.
Yeah, I'm
So-
a Dave Hill fan.
Oh,
No, and-
I'm a Curtis Stigers stan then.
There you go.
Shucks. That's sweet. This is getting really romantic, isn't it?
It really is.
Right.
This is. I get for the entire rest of the week. I gotta just be in the sexy prison, and then, then I enjoy this hour and a half.
Sexy prison. Is that? I was listening to the thing about the prison, the women's prison, and that's something else entirely. That's not where you're not at a.
Couldn't be more different. Could not be more different. No, I decided that I was going to. I'm trying to think of ways to get through this year, at least.
Yeah.
And I thought the first one I thought of was to just drink all the time and just be kind of drunk always.
That's working for me.
What is that? Wine?
It's a little red wine. It's it's after 5 o'clock.
Take the edge off, sir.
Yeah. So
is that legal? And can you do that on a podcast? Can you drink?
Yeah, it's anything goes. You can be on pot.
On the pot.
You can be on the pot. You can do whatever you want. And so that was the one thing I was thinking is being kind of drunk all the time. And then the other one was just to pretend that I'm in a sexy prison.
Yeah.
Because I thought, as I was saying before, that there have been people that were wrongfully convicted, wrongfully imprisoned, and they got through it. So I can get through this. So if I'm going to be in prison, though, I might as well make it a sexy prison. Because, if I'm in prison, it's a sexy prison right away. You know what I mean?
Well, you bring that to all occasions.
Yeah.
Right? You bring that to the party. You bring sexy. Yeah.
It's my default setting.
Dave?
Like, I don't even know it sometimes, and people are just like, get away from me with that pure sex.
It sort of, it doesn't just emanate from you. It sort of sprays off you like a sprayer of some sort, a sexy sprayer of stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna workshop it.
What?
What? Like a what?
Like a seafoam sort of spray?
It's stickier. And less salty, actually. So it's more kind of it's got more of a yeasty vibe to it. To be quite honest,
I don't know if I like this sexy prison idea. The more that you keep talking about it, it's deeply disturbing.
I'm fouling your prison. I'm sorry. We have different ideas about sexy prison.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You look great, Curtis.
Thank you. That's the worse I feel, the better I look, and the less money that I make, the better I look. I think that's really what I'm. And both are working very well.
I think so. I feel the same way too. You and I have talked about this. I've also, aside from being in the sexy prison, the other thing is I'm realizing that I'm probably retired and don't realize it yet.
Yeah.
Like, this is retired. I think that I'm going to be getting back to work, but I might not. This might be it.
I always thought that one chose retirement, but retirement has chosen us. Yeah, it's it could be a semi-permanent or a semi. It might come. Who knows? We're definitely semi-retired for the moment, but look at us. Here we are.
We'll get back out there. We'll get back out there and bring it to the people.
The people
global superstars.
Well, we met, for instance, outside of the United States of America, did we not, David?
We met in Birmingham. It was in Birmingham, right? Birmingham.
It was in Birmingham. Yep, at Birmingham Town Hall.
Yeah, I was doing a show, and I asked to go on early so I could get out of there and go see
which is always a good idea at a Birmingham club of any sort.
It is actually, because the club that people get so hammered, and there's 3 comedians a night, and you normally go on last,
But Brummies like to have fun. Brummies
they love to have fun. So, but I was like, tonight I don't want to go on last, even though I'm an international superstar, because I want to go see my future friend Curtis.
Yeah,
and I went.
I had been following you on Twitter and digging your stuff on YouTube, and so I reached out, as you know, as the kids say. The kids,
Yeah.
so they say that, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And you were kind enough to go on early. You came, you saw the second half of the show. We hung out. We drank free wine.
We did. We sat and drank a bottle of wine like gentlemen.
Yeah.
And then you drove to London, and I went back. What did I do? You know what I did? I should probably save this story for the moth. It's too good.
Yeah.
I went to a bar by myself, which I often do when I'm on tour.
Sure.
Because I always have the fantasy that someone will talk to me and I'll not feel terribly alone. And it never happens. Almost never happens. Usually, because I go to a bar, I get a beer, and then I just look at my phone so no one says a word to me because, you know, why would they?
That says don't talk to me, really.
Yeah, instead, I should just be like, hey. So I went into this pub, and I got a beer, and I sat down, and then this couple came over and sat down. They said, hey, we were at your show tonight. You're the best, blah, blah, blah. You know, the usual. You're the greatest comedian of all time, etc., etc.
You're incredible. They said you're incredible. Okay, yeah.
And so they were like, do you mind if we say hello and talk to you? And I was like, yeah, so, you know, let's chat. And then they were like, can we buy you a beer? I'm like, yeah, totally. And then they were like, hey, maybe I just wasn't delivering on the fun, because they were like, well, we've taken enough of your time. We'll let you get back to, you know, we don't want to bother you all night. And I was like, and I begged them, I was like, you don't understand. I go all over the world. And if I don't know anyone in the town that I'm in, which is usually the case, you know, when you get into the secondary and tertiary markets, and so like I'm like, all I want is literally anyone to walk up and start talking to me,
which I'm sure very much flattered them to know that they were just anyone.
I don't think I phrased it like that. I think I said it in a more the way you actually would say.
No, seriously, at home I would never even give you the time of day, but since we're in Birmingham, let's be buddies.
Let's be buddies. No, I'm always up for a chat.
Yeah,
I like that.
You're a personable person.
Well, that's why I miss. You know, I want to get back to New York and normal life again, because part of the fun is that you just interact with people.
Yeah, you just get right in their face and you talk and you just sort of spit on each other.
Yeah, give me a potentially deadly disease virus.
Yeah, it's cool. It's great. It's great. It must be great.
I think even if they find a vaccine, I think handshaking is done.
No question.
High fives.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing anymore.
Handshaking?
I think everyone's just going to bow.
Oh, I'm into that. I'm totally into that.
What if it was more just like a kind of a
yeah,
just an
like a nod, little tilt back. It's the actually anti-nod. It's the unnod where you like that.
So what about hugs? No one's gonna hug anymore?
Oh God,
maybe immediate family. That's it.
Yeah, acquaintances,
depending where they've been.
What about hand jobs? What's going on with those?
Depends what neighborhood.
I think you can't ever. I can't. No.
Why wouldn't? Why? But once they get the vaccine and everything kind of runs its course, then we'll just get. You don't think we'll go back to handshakes and hand jobs and all that?
You don't think there are viruses just waiting in line behind the other ones? Like, hurry up there! Hey, COVID, listen.
Fair point.
Oh, there probably is, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, COVID, coming through here. Yeah, there's got to be at least one plague with diarrhea, but right behind, just like.
Oh, hey! Like where you get. Wait, yeah. The plague where when you get it,
the plague doesn't have diarrhea, Dave. A plague can't have diarrhea. It can give you or create a certain diarrheic condition. Thank you, Dave.
I wouldn't mind that so much because it's kind of slimming. If you really maximize it,
it's an upside.
You make a really good point.
I don't know. I wouldn't be totally opposed to that. Like anything, I will anything, whatever it is, I'll go with. If it's slimming, I don't care what else the disease does.
Yeah, it's that when are you is it body dysmorphic? Is that the thing where you think you're fat when you probably aren't? Do you do that sort of thing?
Yeah, but I mean, problem? There are times when I genuinely am fat though. So it's not like it's It's not like I think right now I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, you look slim, I think. Beyond svelte, skinnier than svelte.
You definitely look better than that photo they keep using of you in that Cleveland newspaper.
Oh, the Cleveland newspaper.
Hometown. Damn.
They always use some fucking Getty Images thing where I'm like 30 pounds heavier and just look horrible. And I think they're like, here's a picture of hometown local kid made good. Here he looks like shit. Here, we'll use that one. Let's use that one because he looks like absolute shit.
Seems fair.
But my strength
is it the Plains? Is it the Plains Dealer? Is that the paper that would put that in? Is that what they call it? The Cleveland
Plain Dealer, yeah.
Dealer.
But the Cleveland Plain Dealer is really I'm not even sure it really exists anymore.
I think it's gone. It's all on like Cleveland.com type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all this non-union bullshit and
So is there not a paper being delivered at houses in the Cleveland area, the greater metropolitan
area? I don't know. I'm so far away from Cleveland, it's not really a thing.
Sure, you could get a USA Today or something.
Oof.
There's some. I think out here it's like the News Herald or something. The paper.
The News Herald.
But
right.
Yeah. There's one more thing. The internet. No thanks. Though it did. Without now we're friends though, Curtis Stigers.
The interwebs brought us together, Dave.
I like the internet. Do apps on your phone count as the internet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I've made friends with many people. I like the internet for that.
Yeah.
And for I think that's it, honestly.
It's nice to be able to
unsolicited nudes. I like it for that.
Oof. Wow. Yeah. So you sending unsolicited nudes to
No, I couldn't even frame up my junk on. I could never
just you don't have a wide enough angle lens, what?
No, I'm too my Catholic upbringing makes it impossible. I can't possibly turn the phone on myself. In Denuda. But though you'll like this. Wait, this is gonna come out. So
I'm okay. I'm cool.
And I moved around at one point, and I sent the footage a couple days ago, and I hadn't heard back. So in the directors, they're a couple. They work as a duo.
All right.
A directing duo, and I texted them. I said, "Hey, did you get the footage? Okay, was everything?" I said that, and I shot some other stuff, and I sent it over to them. I'm like, "How's it looking?" And they said, "Oh, it looks great. There's one thing you should know. One shot that you sent us, your balls are showing." And I watched the video before I sent it, and there was a point where I was like, I think those are my balls, but you know how you can't tell when it's like a bubble bath and there's so much going on?
Yeah.
There was this
bubbles.
There was a moment where I kind of flipped over in the tub, and I was like, I think that might be my balls.
It's a hairy bubble.
You'd already filmed it though. You're not gonna go film it again. So yeah,
it was just like, and I'm like, I don't have time to edit this out. I can't to cut out that little snippet is gonna take me all night. And so I just sent it. I was like, that might not. I think it might have been my other leg because it's hard.
This is how you get me too, Dave.
What's you get? What? Me too.
This is how you get me too.
I know. Technically, I did. It could be argued that I sent a video of my testicles to a woman, unsolicited. But I think it genuinely was my leg. I even told him. I said, I watched it. I thought it was my other leg, but maybe if you watched it more closely, you would know better. I couldn't be bothered to watch it again.
Wow.
So, anyway, all by way of saying, somewhere out there, out of my control, is potentially a video of my balls. I'm an artist, and I live in a sexy prison.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So David, you're in Ohio. Des, where are you? Where are you?
I'm in New Jersey.
Jersey. Where in Jersey?
West Jersey right now. About half hour from the Delaware River.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you're in Queens, right, Chris?
I'm in Queens. Yeah.
Queens, New York. That's in New York City, Dave.
Oh yeah. I got to get back to New York.
What do you think about that, Chris? What's it like in New York right now?
I have not left my neighborhood in 3.5 months.
Wow.
So, yeah. It's, where I live, there's not a whole lot going on, but I'm grateful for that. I get
Which
to
is
walk around and stuff. Yeah.
Kind of good, right? Not so there's not like, because I can just imagine Dave like wandering around in like Greenwich Village or something with just hordes of young people all walking around with no masks and brunching, lots of brunching.
That's exactly what's going on. Like, because
that would make you really comfortable, wouldn't it, Dave? You'd feel so good.
Because I got to take my dog out like 5 times, 6 times a day. And so my upstairs neighbor, who is a young person, said, our neighborhood via text said, when are you coming back? Our neighborhood is like a 24-hour block party now.
Oh.
And so I was like, after that text, I've just tacked on 2 more months here in Ohio.
Yeah.
Because there's no fucking way I'll lose my mind.
It's New York is so great, and the crowds are so great, and the energy. But right now, I go outside of my house in Boise, Idaho, and I'm just a nervous wreck. I get in the car and go to the grocery store and put a mask on.
That mask, yeah.
There you go.
And
that's a great.
Sure, it's a little scary. This is upside down actually, which I sort of like. That's nice.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a mess when I go out. I just can't imagine just being packed in with people like that, like I used to love in New York.
That's the whole reason you live in New York, is to be a part of that energy and all that, and then that's like the thing that makes you lose your mind now.
Yeah.
Backtracking, Chris, you really think no more hand jobs?
I don't think you said that.
Okay,
Did you say that, Chris?
I just heard what I wanted to hear.
I should hope not, but no, I think I think any kind of contact is done.
For life, you think?
As far as greetings go, I think for like the next few years, it's done.
Yeah. Until the diarrhea virus comes knocking.
Oh, I hope you're wrong, because I'm a hugger from way back.
Social systems are reset.
Especially, in this sexy prison of the mind that I'm living in. I'm always running around hugging people.
Sure. And when you say hug, you mean hug? Anyway,
it can mean whatever you want it to mean. I want to. We have some more people to thank. I want to thank.
Oh, cool.
Speaking of sexy prisons, Bill Dolan, thank you for the remarkably generous donation, which would have put us over the top for more nudity.
Oh,
from
was that a man or was that just a baby? Because I just saw a lot of skin and a bald head, and I thought maybe they just have a very large baby as a guest tonight. No.
You're not wrong in a way.
Yeah.
Did I thank Jill Fitterling for her generous donation already? Did I?
You should. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, thank you. And once again, as always, we're raising money tonight. Tonight is for Black Visions Collective. Go to the virtual tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at Dave Hill Online, and all the money will go to Black Visions Collective on behalf of this show and its sexy, sexy single listeners. Everything's sexy tonight.
It is. There's a certain kind of soul grind to what's going on here. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Can you feel it?
Oh, totally. What do you think? What do you think? Maybe instead of hugs, what if people just bumped butts really hard? Like just turned around, Stimpy. Like you just turned around and just went like boom.
Butts or hips?
Butts. Like, because you got to totally not face each other, and then you just
back
go
to
boom.
back.
And then you just hit butts. I mean, this may be an improvement. You just, and then, oh man, I kind of like this idea.
Yeah.
Some butt bumping.
Can someone watching draw a video of two people bump button?
You must have very artistic people in your audience that could do that, Dave, right?
Dave Bamundo pointed out Ren and Stimpy. They do a butt greeting of some sort.
Oh yeah,
some sort of dance.
Where can you see Ren and Stimpy now?
Oh, that's a great question.
Chris, you seem like you would know the answer to this question.
I have them all on DVD. I don't think they're on any streaming.
Chris's house is the answer.
The ones
right over
with John. Was it Craig Falusi?
Yeah, John K.
John K. Those were the better ones.
Yeah, Nickelodeon kind of took them over, and they, Nickelodeon them, but
they weren't recognized. They was like totally different.
Yeah.
But let's focus. Butt bumping, booty bumps, all of it. Jennifer Gersbeck says booty bumps. I'm in.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm gonna booty bump your wife.
Oh.
You heard it here first.
Wow.
And there's nothing you can do. It's a freight. That train is already. Anyway, let's focus. Curtis, were you going to favor us with a tune or two tonight?
Oh, sure.
Would you be up for that?
Sure.
That would be amazing. I see the guitar back there.
There are a couple of them, yeah. Here, let's use this one, shall we?
Please.
I mean, are you inviting me to do that now, or are you just like asking?
No, I think you should do it. I think you should do it if you're up for it.
So you can hear this. This all sounds about right, volume-wise. All I'm getting is you, which is cool. I like hearing you, Dave. Yeah, it's cool.
I think it's good, right?
Yeah.
Is that good, Chris?
Yes.
Yes.
What? Sorry, I want to what? What?
No, I was going to ask Dave if he wanted to give Curtis the whole more of the screen. And,
while
performing here.
We'll give him the whole screen. We're going to give him this.
I like to see you guys responding.
No, we're going to give you. You don't want to see. You don't want to be. Have the whole screen.
Whatever you want. Oh, nice. That's lighter. More lighter.
Yeah. Let's keep us on, and that way we can do sexy things.
So this is the lead off track from my new album. This is me pushing my product because this is
please.
Look at that. The album's called Gentleman, and what
was that?
I'm sorry, might have been a motorcycle.
That's cool. This is it's a lead off track of my latest record, which is called Gentleman, and it was written by the great Nick Lowe, who this is like a really a bad humble brag, but Nick actually gave me this guitar.
He did?
He did. He gave me this beautiful.
What kind of guitar is that?
It's a Gibson J45. It's sort of like 90s, late 90s. It's not an old guitar, but
it belonged to Nick Lowe though.
Nick played this on the road, and I went over there. I know Nick because I recorded "What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding," his song. Which, of course, we all know as an Elvis Costello song because he did the great version of it. But I recorded it for the Bodyguard soundtrack which sold like 40 million copies and made Nick Lowe like $1 million or something, which made him my friend. If you want to become friends with one of your great heroes, make them $1 million, and then they're your friend, and they send you a guitar for Christmas.
That's that's the lead. That's like him sending you like a Thin Mint or something for all the money that you made for him.
I knew you'd belittle it. I knew you would.
It's just only after I started thinking about it, because at first I was like, oh, that's the coolest thing in the world, and then I was like, come on, Nick, step it up.
He sent me some Thin Mints too.
No, J40. I would love to have a J45. Whether it was from
it showed up. It showed up from London. There was this box at my my post office or whatever, and I didn't know what it was, and I came home and I was having a terrible. It was right before Christmas, and I was going through a divorce. I was really heartbroken, and this guitar shows up, and I couldn't even really tell who it was from until I got it out, and there was a little note that said, I know you like this, blah blah blah. This is for you. I hope you enjoy it.
That's so cool.
So anyway, anyway, this is a Nick Lowe song played on a Nick Lowe guitar, and it's kind of about us now that we're all just waking up and not getting dressed and taking care of our houses and things. We're just sort of it's called Lately I've Let Things Slide. With a growing sense of dread and a hammer in my head, fully clothed upon the bed, I wake up to the world that lately I've been living in. There's a cut upon my brow, must have banged myself somehow, but I can't remember now. The front door's open wide. Lately, I've let things slide. I go to the bin, I throw the laundry in, and pick out the cleanest shirt. Then I tell myself I don't really hurt. Smoking I once quit, now I've got one lit. I just fell back into it, along with my pride. Lately I've let things slide. I go to the bin, I throw the laundry in, pick out the cleanest shirt. But all at once I'm seized again by exquisite hurt. That untouched takeaway I brought home the other day has quite a lot to say. The evidence is clear, piled high and wide, about how lately I let things slide. I'm just about holding on, but lately I've let things slide.
Yes. That was excellent.
Very nice. Awesome.
That was and yeah, that feels about right for right now.
It starts out with a growing sense of dread and a hammer in my head, fully clothed upon the bed. I wake up to the world that lately I've been living in. I mean, first of all, it's just poetry. It's just perfect. A brilliant, perfectly crafted lyric. But then on top of it, it's like, yeah, that was me this morning.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I woke up in the pants that I woke up in yesterday. And then I recorded myself playing some songs in those pants and then fell asleep in them again. So anyway, we'll get dressed someday. Where's your naked friend?
Neil's from Merrickville. Neil. He lives in Merrickville, Ontario.
Oh.
And back back when this show was on WFMU, he would call in frequently, and he quickly became a favorite of the listeners and mine, of course. And
what's his specialty? What's kind of his area of funny or expert? What does he bring to your show?
He has just an infectious joie de vivre, and he would call in. He would listen to the show from in his garage while smoking and drinking alone. He has a wife and 2 kids, so and it was just. And as shortly after he started calling in, someone emailed me. One of his friends said, like, you have no idea the diamond that you've just stumbled upon. Like, you need to meet this guy. So, when I was writing my last book, Parking the Moose, which came out last fall and is just came out in paperback a week or 2 ago or something.
Actually.
Oh, do you have it?
You mean this
Look
right
at
here?
That.
Could you sign this for me? Would you sign this for me?
I will one day.
Actually, did you? No, I don't think you did.
I will come to your house, bump butts with you, and sign it.
Oh, butt bumping. I wonder if signing books will be like outre now.
I don't know. I think reading books has already been outre for a very long time.
It's true.
For most people.
But go back. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. So, because he's from Canada, and you were writing a book about Canada.
So I asked him if I could come to his house and do the show from his garage. So I flew to Ottawa. He lives about an hour from Ottawa, hour change, and I stayed at his house, and we did the show one night from his garage. And it was
nice.
It was a delight. And then the next night we went to the next town over, Kentville, Ontario, and we drank in his friend's basement, which is my fantasy of what one would do in Canada.
Yeah, drinking in a basement, in a friend's basement, like a second location basement.
Oh yeah, they say never go to the second location. I couldn't disagree more.
Never not go. Never don't go.
Thank you to Bob Wright for a generous donation. Once again, we're collecting money tonight for Black Visions Collective. There's the virtual tip jar. Venmo,
I hope that hundreds, thousands of the fans that I've brought to the show will donate to this.
It's happening. Jamie Mazzo just made a lovely donation.
Great.
So it's working.
Oh, good.
It's all working.
I like to work.
We have a call on hold. The number is 347-474-0260. But let's take this call and see where that gets us.
Jimmy, you there?
Yeah.
The pride of Kearney, Jimmy from Kearney. Jimmy, what's going on? Are you there, Jimmy?
Hey, how are you, man?
Good. How are you?
All right. Hey, Curtis.
Jimmy.
What's going on?
A very nice rendering of that song.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a good song. So it's a good place to start. A good song. What are you doing, Jimmy?
Hey, Des. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Jimmy? Jimmy's a regular caller.
Yeah, but he's not regular. He's special. Jimmy, how are you? How are you doing?
Like he's irregular?
I'm all right. No chest pain.
Ooh.
No severe abdominal pain.
Mm-hmm.
Golden.
Back 1,000.
What's going on with you right now?
I'm sort of gearing up to go back to work.
Nice.
To actually tested, which I already was when I was in the hospital. Which, man, you want to talk about painful. I shouldn't say that because it could be the person who did the testing, and I don't want to make anyone fearful of going to get tested if they need to.
Sure, of
gotta
course.
Just the nose swab thing. It felt like someone was sticking one of those kebab things into my sinuses.
Yeah.
But it could have been just technique.
With a little tahini, it's not bad though. I mean,
opens you up nice.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for the laugh. I appreciate that. There's a check in the mail for that laugh.
Jim,
my wife's been tested a few times because she runs a homeless shelter here in Boise, and she said the first couple of times she was like, "Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. It feels like they're pushing it all the way back up into the back of your brain, but it didn't really hurt. It just felt weird." And then the last time she said it was. So I think it's sort of how they get you, how they get in there, and
I think it's the person administering it to a large degree.
Yeah, ouch.
Because I got the flu test. I got the flu in February of 19, and I got tested twice, and that hurt, but it was a walk in the park compared to getting this thing. Then once you think you're done, they stick it in the other nostril, like with the same vigor. It's fencing. It's a fencing champion who just goes
like a
on guard. But hey, there's a lot worse things. At least I'm, not on a ventilator or anything.
Hey, Jimmy, I hate to interrupt you, but as anyone who's ever heard the show, from way back or even in these last few weeks, is well aware you have the voice of an angel, and it seems crazy to me to have you on the line and not ask you to just give us a few bars of something at least. Is there any way?
All right, I think I got something appropriate because I love this tune. I became aware of it in the early '80s, I believe, when MTV just got off the ground.
Okay.
So let me just put the phone out a little bit. I'm only
let
going to
it
go
breathe.
with the chorus.
Yeah, let it
All
breathe.
Right. You gotta be cruel to be kind in the right measure. Cruel to be kind, it's a very good sign.
We lost him. What are the chances?
That might
Jimmy,
have been me. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
I'm so sorry, Jimmy. If you're out there, we apologize. I don't know why that happens. Literally every time he calls, something with the connection.
Murphy's Law.
It's an embarrassment. You would think we would figure it out by now. The technology, something about it, it's just elusive, and we lose him. But Jimmy, thanks. That was something.
Life on the edge.
I wonder if he sang enough of it to where Nick Lowe gets some sort of, his royalty at all. Was that enough, or was that is that what maybe happened? Is that ASCAP shut it off or something?
It could be,
that we cannot say for sure, though.
Or Nick's people perhaps did that.
I actually learned the hard way on the Witch Taint show this past Friday. We had Dave Windorf from Monster Magnet on, and we played a couple Monster Magnet videos, and because it was bouncing to YouTube also, somehow it got flagged, and the entire feed to Facebook.
They do that. They'll just cut it right off.
Really?
They took the show out at the knees. They wiped out all of the viewers. Just were show's over.
Because you were showing a YouTube video.
Because it said Universal Music Group owns this music. You can't do this. Even though we had Dave right there playing.
Yeah, and, I've been running into that a bit with songs that are on my album, using my own album, brand new album, for videos that I'm making at home, and it's taken a couple of weeks to get them okayed on YouTube.
Yeah, to use your own music.
So I put them on. Vimeo at first, and then when they finally clear it, then I switch it over to
Bam.
It's fascinating stuff.
It's a strong. You should tell that on the Moth. I think that's a good story. It has it all.
I'm gonna workshop it.
Could we only have 8 minutes left. Is there any way you would be willing to favor us with another song?
Oh, sure. I think we played this together at the City Winery. This.
Oh.
Hey, someone recommended that we, Dave, Des, and I mute our mics while Curtis is playing.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because I could hear your stomach grumbling. Okay, so let's do this.
How do I
Maybe
do
I'll no. There we go.
How do we?
At the bottom, a little.
Oh, now you're muted. I can't hear you at all. Wow, it's kind of creepy now. I feel like I'm. Hal, open the pod bay doors. Hal, open the pod bay doors. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that right now. In space, they can't hear you scream or play the theme song to Sons of Anarchy. I co-wrote this song and I lost an Emmy to John Williams on this song. Whoever that is. No good. Hack. Right into this world all alone. God takes your soul. You're on your own. The crow flies straight, perfect line, on the devil's back till you die. Life is short, baby, that's a fact. Gotta live it right, 'cause you ain't coming back. Gotta raise some hell before they put you down. You gotta live this life. This is where you shred it, Dave. Remember that? Shred. You gotta look this world, oh, in the eye. You gotta live this life till you die. Yeah, you gotta have soul, nothing less. 'Cause when it's business time, it's life or death. The king is dead, life goes on. Don't lose your head when the deal goes down. Raise some hell before they put you down. You gotta live this life. Shred. Shred, shred, shred. You gotta look this world in the eye. You gotta live this life till you die. My headphone just fell out.
I'm gonna unmute. Excellent. That was excellent.
Thanks. Fantastic.
You have a lot. You have a lot of famous songs out in the world.
I
mean, I'm stating the obvious. That's like telling.
I'm incredible. Thank you. I'm incredible. To quote you.
Yeah.
I've been lucky. I've had a couple of nice breaks where I got this show, this Sons of Anarchy, which I co-wrote that song and sang it for the show and did some other stuff. The problem with it great show, hugely successful. The fans were crazy. It had really high viewing numbers, but it was on cable. It was on FX, and it paid about, an eighth of what it would have paid on network or on HBO.
Oh, if you have a song on a theme song to a show on HBO, I heard you make a lot of money. I heard you make a tremendous amount of money.
A ton, like a bucket.
Yeah, it's crazy. The stories that I've heard, if you have a theme song of a show on HBO, the amount of money you make sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
just sit in your house and the checks just like
it just shows up.
Well,
from what I hear.
Right. That's great. Well, I'll have to shoot for that next time. Maybe
the odds of it happening are so slim. Honestly, I wouldn't even think about it, Curtis. It's such a it's like being struck by lightning. It's like just
So just leave it.
I mean, I just wouldn't give it much thought because it's just so unlikely for it to happen. Not to you, but just anybody. It's just
anybody.
The odds.
Do you know anybody who might have like an angle, in at HBO?
I would have no advice on that. I couldn't help
HBO
whatsoever.
Shows of any particular.
I would not be able to help at all. Would not be able.
Oh.
You are barking up the wrong tree. Do not know anybody. I couldn't even tell you where to start for that sort of thing now.
Darn it.
Thing is, I would like to help, but I can't.
Yeah, thanks.
We have 2 minutes left.
Boy, I've sure had a lot of fun.
You have. It's flown by. I realize I think we had you on a couple minutes late, and I apologize.
Well, it had something to do with this microphone that I'm.
Don't beat yourself up about.
I'm really.
But once again, Black Visions Collective we're raising money for tonight.
Good job,
Great organization.
Guys.
We've raised quite a bit. I think there's a few more people to thank. But go to the tip jar, Venmo at the Dave Hill, PayPal Dave at DaveHillOnline.com. Lovely donation from Tracy Dunbar. Did I thank Kayla Fulp already? Thank you. Lovely donation. And I think I thanked everybody. I hope. And but you can send them in all night long, and then tomorrow I'll count it all up and send it over there. And then we're gonna keep doing this as long as the people demand it. And we will, at some point, as I've said, I think every week that we've raised money for organizations, I would like to use all the money for cocaine at some point.
One time.
I've never done cocaine. I'm not saying I will do it. I would just like to spend money on
it. It just makes you sleepy. It's not really.
Yeah, you strike me, Curtis, as a guy who's done a tremendous amount of cocaine in your time. Because you're a glamorous type. You're a jazz cat.
I wouldn't say tremendous. I'd say extraordinary.
Have you ever done? You're being a jazz cat. There's certainly a lot of jazz cigarettes.
Oh sure.
Sure. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Jazz cigarettes, and then a lot of. Is heroin as popular as it used to be in the scene?
No. Used to be the guys would come off stage and tie off and do that, but now you just check your Twitter feed.
That's sucks. Okay, listen.
Jazz cigarettes.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of cold drinks. Jazz cigarettes.
Yeah. That is. I remembered we had a soundbite. That is. That's Neil's, the pride of Merrickville, Ontario. He at one point said jazz cigarettes on the show, and
he was pretty drunk that night.
He was bringing a lot of heat, bringing a tremendous amount of heat.
I've never heard that before. Jazz cigarettes.
You've never heard marijuana? Yeah, it's hippie lettuce.
They don't get out to Queens. Jazz cigarettes.
You've never heard jazz cigarettes?
I love it.
Man, oh yeah, jazz cigarettes.
So what happens? Is the show over now?
It's still on,
It ended 20 minutes ago, actually.
What do you? No, it's still out there
being
being
the
on.
bridge of my last song.
No, we're it's a little loose. We'll sign off here in a second. But it's nice to see you. I haven't seen you. Usually when you live in Boise, Idaho, but whenever you're in New York, usually you and I get together and have a quality hang as gentlemen.
We do.
The plural of your new album, Gentlemen. See, I always bring it back to the plug. Always. That's a really nice. You're a handsome guy. I would. That's the whole look is the whole.
This
thing
is kind of
strong.
a Ken. It's the Ken Burns effect.
I mean, you could just. Oh man.
Wait,
I don't know where to think.
There's one in the back with the saxophone too. It's like, ooh.
Oh, look at that. That's for the ladies.
The sales are going through the roof right here.
Oh yeah, somewhere right now in like the Midlands of England, some woman's going to her husband like, but in that accent, saying, "Why can't you be more like Curtis?"
Curtis Stigers? No, it's terrible. That was crap. That was more like a really bad Liverpool accent. Forgive me.
That scared the hell out of me. I gotta be
Sorry.
honest.
Sorry.
Turd Farmer 101 says, I thought he was a sax guy. He does play saxophone. There's a saxophone over there.
Right there.
Can you play Baker Street? What's so funny?
Can you play Smoke on the Water?
Wait, is Baker Street the Smoke on the Water of saxophone?
It's the thing that everyone says, you know.
Really?
Baker Street. Wow. Yeah, you say saxophone and they say, "Oh, Baker Street, I love that song." Yeah, that's the one.
I thought I totally came up with that.
You hack.
Oh, so it's totally a hack. It's the lamest thing What about Oh
There's
no.
the other one. There's the George Michael one.
Careless Whisper.
That's the other one that people bring up.
Oh man, I really thought Baker Street. I was just nailing it, and I was like, my cool friend Curtis is gonna think I'm cool now because I brought up Baker Street, but instead I made an idiot out of myself. Now I feel like
you win some. You lose some. Don't worry, it's all right.
Life is
It's
hell.
okay.
As if the pandemic and civil unrest and all these other problems weren't enough. I've embarrassed myself by suggesting you play Baker Street on top of.
This is. It feels like the show's gone dark here at the end.
No, let's bring it on. Psychedelic Furs played cool sax. I saw the Psychedelic Furs, and
Did you?
I saw them. I saw them when I was like 15 or 16 years old.
Wow.
And it was at an age, like when I was that age, I would go see any band. Like if someone's like, "Do you want to go this?" I'd be like, "Yep." I was just so primed to rock. I would go see like, you know, Replacements, then ZZ Top, then Psychedelic Furs.
That's a good week.
Then you know, Gangrene. It was all over the map.
So they had a did they have a saxophone player who always played sax, or was he like the keyboardist or something?
No, they had a dedicated saxophonist.
Yeah, and often, I mean, on the couple of records that I loved, he often played it through like a phase shifter, or you know, it was kind of tweaked out a little bit sound wise. Which
they weren't afraid.
No, they were. No, that was a cool band. They were they sort of got forgotten for a little while, and then have had a resurgence. I think I love their songs.
Cool
voice.
I remember seeing them. The reason I remember the saxophone player is because he was like in the back, and there was maybe another horn player or I don't know. But because he wasn't playing saxophone all that much in the show, he had like a lot of time, and he was goofing around a lot and sort of joking around with one of the other guys that were not a main Psychedelic Fur person. And I remember like being at that age and getting really irritated.
They were like drawing attention away, right?
Yeah, I felt that they were distracting from the main guys with
That's
their
fucking bullshit, is what it is.
Yeah, and I was just like, the saxophone player's pissing me off because he's distracting from what I forget the main guy's name is.
What is his name?
He was pulling focus.
Yeah.
Which I hate that. I hate when people do that.
What?
I hate when people do that in the arts, when they pull focus away from you're the guest, you're allowed to. I mean, but if they were like, you know,
if I was doing that, then yeah,
I would be enraged.
I'd pay good money to see you do that, Des.
Yeah, so would a lot of people.
All right, I need to go take Lucy out, or she's, as I Say each week she will take a dump on the kitchen floor.
Please give Lucy my love. As you know, we're much closer than you and I.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I have a lovely photo of her kissing you on my front steps.
Just a tongue right across the face. Just boom.
Yeah.
She's not shy.
She's not. All right, Curtis Stigers.
Hi,
Everyone
Curtis.
get Curtis's new album, gentlemen. Get all his albums. And
But get that one.
get
I
that
think
one. Yeah, get that
that's the
one.
only one I get paid for, I think.
Yeah. All right, and thanks, Des. Thanks, Chris.
man.
We'll see you guys all next week.
See you great week,
Curtis, you
everyone.
can even come back if you like.
All right. I mean, I don't have a
We
lot
got room.
going on.
Hey, you don't have to commit just yet. You don't have to commit.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh, but unless you want to, I'm just saying. Think about it.
Something I have to sign, or is there...
No. It's just you're welcome.
Maybe I could
Always
get naked
welcome.
next week. Could I start? Just
It's welcome. It's welcome.
maybe some naked butt bumping next
Some
week.
testicles, accidental testicles.
Accidental hairy bubbles. Hairy bubbles.
Well, what
in
happened-
my tub.
I used just like a liquid soap for the first bubble bath, and that was good. And then I had to redo it, and I bought like Mr. Bubble, some off-brand bubble thing.
Knockoff crap.
And
And that's where the balls came in.
you get what you pay for. My balls were showing, so there you go.
Oh my goodness.
What are you
Well,
gonna
at least
do?
it wasn't your knob that was showing. It was just your balls.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just.
I'm sorry that I did. I shouldn't have gone there this late in the show.
No, go there. Because as soon as I shut this laptop, it's back to the sexy prison for me.
Say hi to the warden for me.
I intend to. I intend to. There'll be more than butt bumping going on. All right. I'll talk to you guys. I'll see you guys all next week, and I'll talk to you guys in between, I'm sure. And thanks, everyone.
Thanks to everyone for watching.
joining us, as always, and for this bit of fun. And we raise money for a good cause, so that's cool, too.
Right on. Night.
All right. There we go. All right, I'm going to hit end. Good night, all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. And...